Hey everybody, welcome back to Iowa Hobby Farm. Talk about an impromptu video. I decided the other day that I was done mowing for the season, and I'm on night shift right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and grease the tractor. I'm gonna get this thing ready for winter. I'm not gonna put the tire chains on quite yet, but sorry I'm out of breath. I just walked up that hill. It's a long ways. So we're gonna get this tractor ready for the 50-hour greasing, and stay tuned. I'll show you what we do. Let's get started. I normally do this once in the summertime, and of course you can see my tractor's dirty as crap right now, but I normally do this, I guess, once in the beginning of the summer, once in the middle of summer, and once right before winter into fall. So I call it the 50-hour greasing. It's probably a lot less than 50 hours, but this is what we're gonna do. Stay tuned. All right, so what I do is I start out with I normally start out with a dirty rag, but this thing's pretty clean, microfiber. The grease that we're using is an ultra low temp. It's like a winter grease, so it doesn't freeze up during the winter time. And I go ahead and hit all the points, and I'll take you along for that so you know what to do. I was gonna take off this belly mower tonight, but I just don't have a place for it yet, and I want to make sure that I clean it up before the end of the season, and that way it's ready to go for spring. Stay tuned. First one I hit's this one back here on the I don't know, leveling adjustment. And then in a previous video I said that the grease zerk on this one's broke. I went ahead and rethreaded it, so I'll go ahead and hit that one. And that's pretty much all of it back here. I like to add a little bit of grease in this little spot back here, underneath here, so it's easier to turn. And then I'll spray WD-40 or some kind of white lithium grease on that pin right there. That'll keep it nice and lubed up for the winter time. I always try to clean the excess off of that, so it's good to go. Good. Go right here in the loader arms. Got that one. There's another one down here that I'll hit. There's two. One right in there on the inside, and one on the inside over here. Same thing on both sides. So we'll go ahead and hit all three of those. I feel like this one on the loader bucket is pretty important. So I make sure I get that in there good. Until it starts seeping out. You can see it coming out now. The other thing is, I can tell you right now, I'm not going to be able to pull this off. It's so tight on there. So what I do is I'll unscrew this nut just a little bit to relieve some of the pressure. Boom, comes right off. That's a little trick for you. Take a little break between doing the driver's side and the passenger side and tell you about these chains. These chains are off of an old tractor that is no longer in service, and my neighbor ended up cutting them down for me, and they've worked great. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a 5-gallon bucket. I'm gonna pour in a little bit of motor oil, get those things lubed up, protected, and I'll leave those out in the sun for a week or two, and then we'll drain the oil off and we'll go ahead and throw those on there. I just want to make sure that they're protected because, as you can see, they're kind of rusty right now. But as long as they're good to go, it should be a awesome thing. And I've got a cat over here. I just now noticed that the mower deck has some grease zerks. I'm going to go ahead and hit those so they're ready and serviceable, or serviced for the season. And then once I power wash this, I'll kind of see where the grease is sitting as far as those go, and I may end up re-greasing them again. The other thing is, and I think I might have said it in another video, all of my implements, I used to, when I was growing up, we used to tarp all this stuff, and the moisture would stay inside that tarp, and you'd end up getting a rusty mower deck, rusty brush hog. I no longer do any of that. I let it sit out. I put WD-40 on the blades. I grease it up good, pack the grease into that brush hog, and I've never had an issue with rust. I make sure that I do pressure wash all the stuff before I put it away. But as far as letting it sit outside, I haven't had a problem with it. I try to set it in a spot where the sun's not going to hit it and fade the paint off. But other than that, that is what I do. So just to recap, did the loader arms, did both of those. Did these 2 points here, 1 and 2. Did it on both sides. Did the motor deck. I think the last thing that I need to do is pressure wash this tractor. I'm going to add a coat of wax to it. I wax the whole thing. I use paste wax on the hood and on the fenders. And then I use a spray wax on the bucket. And after doing that, I mean, you can see a little bit of black here where the exhaust comes out. Once I started putting that spray wax on this loader arm down here, it has reduced the amount of black smoke that I get there on that area. So yeah, it might be a trick you want to try. But anyway, yeah, we're going to start getting this tractor up and ready to go for the winter time. And should have quite a few videos this year. It sounds like we're going to have a pretty active winter as far as snowfall. But this is the B2601 Kubota, 4-wheel drive, hydrostatic, and I couldn't be more happy with this tractor. I guess I should show you the blade. The blade is an RB1560 Land Pride. I got that with the tractor, and I've been really happy with it too. It's really easy to switch the blade around on it and get it how you want it and level it off. So anyway, stay tuned for more videos. Yeah, we're gonna have a pretty active fall with this machine and should have plenty of videos coming. Thanks guys. See you on the next one.